So this is the Garmin Virb replacement lens kit. You can see in here, unfortunately this lens has been scratched. And so today what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to replace the Garmin Virb lens with the lens replacement kit. So you can get this online at the Garmin's website as well as some other retailers as well. Okay, so in the kit you have a specialized screwdriver with a star pattern. You have the front bumper of the lens, 4 new screws with Loctite, and then you also have the O-ring and the lens as well. Okay, so the first step is you're going to go ahead and remove the screws from the Virb up here. And they're screwed in tightly, but it shouldn't take too much effort to get them out. This Virb lens actually went down a creek bed. It was on a floaty, and it was turned upside down, and it got pummeled by some rocks, which is why it got so scratched up. Okay, so go ahead and remove the old screws. And then this may take a little bit of pulling to get the bumper off. There it goes. So here's our old bumper. Here's the old lens that was all scratched up. And then here's the O-ring. Now when you peel the O-ring out, you'll notice that there's kind of 2 sides. One side has kind of has a skinny part that's coming out of it, and that side's going to go towards the camera. So when you peel this off, make sure you look at how it goes in, and it'll seat right in there, so it's not too hard, but just make sure you, when you pull it off, see how it looks. Now before you put anything else on here, I'd suggest cleaning the lens off with a soft cloth, or just making sure that there's no debris on the lens, because the last thing you want to do is have debris on the lens. Next we'll put the new lens in, and this one is already seated with the O-ring on it. Yours probably is not going to come seated with it on there. So we'll seat the lens, make sure it's right how it should be, it's not going to wiggle around, and then we'll place our brand new bumper on there. And I'm going to tighten it opposite sides, get it a little tight. And then come back and tighten all the screws one last time. This just ensures you get even tightening of the bumper onto the lens. Kind of like tuning a drum. Okay, so now it's nice and tight. The lens is clean, there's nothing underneath it, no debris. And that's about it. Now some of the pitfalls to replacing the lens, it does take a little bit of pressure to pull this bumper off. Alternately, it may also have a little pressure when you're trying to pull the lens or the O-ring out as well. So have no fear, it just takes a little bit of pressure to pull that off. It'll come right out. Make sure it's nice and clean, and then just put your new O-ring, new lens, and the new bumper onto it. It's just that easy. And there's your new lens on your Virb ready to go.